Welcome, guys. Welcome, everyone. I welcome everybody back into this your favorite channel, MG Forex, and I welcome everybody back from the longest time, from the longest holiday we've ever had, the longest holiday we've ever had. Though the holiday wasn't planned, and I mean, we didn't get the chance to wrap the year up we were supposed to, but at least let's thank God for so many things because one thing happened, okay, for the reason why we were not able, for the reason why we had this holiday in the first place, and also for the reason why we were not able to wrap the year up we're supposed to. But above all, let's thank God. Okay, we thank God. So I'm using this opportunity to wish everyone, both lovers and followers of MG Forex channel, even those that are yet to join or yet to believe, you do not have any reason for you not to be here. I mean, this is a channel you want to stick to because I mean we give everything that's going to make you profitable here. Trading insights, trading setup, trading psychology, market updates, whatever you just name it, you are going to see it here. So I wish you guys a happy and a prosperous new year. This 2026 is going to be a blessed year for all of us. Say amen if you believe in the comment section. In the comment section, just type amen there. But it is not by mouth, all right? It is not by mouth. You yourself, you have to work towards it. You have to make it happen. I mean, if you want anything, all you need to do is to ask from God. And if you believe he's going to do it, you definitely he's going to do it. MJ Forex this year, we are plan on running a program known as All Beginners Must Be Profitable. Okay, but I mean, how do you do it? You have to help yourself. Okay, you have to help yourself. Provided that you are ready, all you needed to do is to follow us closely on all our channels. All our channels. Follow us closely. Do what you are told to do. Avoid what you are told not to do. And I mean, be ready. Just be ready and do things you are supposed to do at the right time. And before we know it, while we are rounding up this 2026, we all are going to be very, very happy. So, as we do it, I will catch you guys on my other screen. I have another set of value to what to offer to you guys. This year is going to be a blessed year for all of us. So, I'm going to see you guys there. Okay. All right, so welcome, guys. Welcome, everyone. I'm very, very happy. I'm so glad. In fact, I'm more than happy to have you guys. And one other thing I'm happy about is that we all are seeing each other in this 2026. All right, in this 20, I mean, most of us actually started the journey of 2025 together, but we never get a chance to finish it or to end the journey together. So you and I, we are here today, alive and very, very healthy, happy. So we need to thank God. We need to thank God. And I'm so happy for you guys. So like I said previously, I said we are just coming back from the longest holiday we've had, and it wasn't the planned one, all right? If it is the planned one, I would have told you guys, okay, that we are going to be on an holiday, this and that and this. But I never said anything because it wasn't planned. Okay. So what actually happened was that I was involved in an accident, a very very serious one, a fatal accident, serious to the extent that it claimed some other people's lives. They were also involved in the accident. But I mean, I'm here today. I'm like I know I'm forever grateful to God for that. I don't want to say much about it. I am forever grateful to God for that because God loves us. Here, MJ Forex Channel, God is with us. He loves us. He has a very better, bigger, and greater plan for us. That is the reason why He still decides to keep us alive. Okay, that is the reason why God decides to keep us alive, and we are what we are grateful to Him for that. We are grateful to Him for that. So while I was away, I wouldn't have said this, but I just felt like there's nothing bad in it. So while I was away, I was just recovering. And one thing about trading is that trading is a business of psychology, like I do say all the time. Trading is a business of psychology. It does not care about your emotions, it does not care about your situation. All it cares about, in fact, it doesn't even care about anything about you. It is you yourself that should be in the right state of mind before you approach the market, whether to analyze, to take trade or whatever. Okay, so in fact, maybe should I even say that trading is the most It's the most cruel business you can ever get into because I mean, how would such a tragic something that is very very sad like that happen? I know one business does still not care, but I mean it is what it is. Trading does not care about your emotions. Okay, trading does not care about your emotion. So while I was away, I was recovering already, but I could not come out here to like attend to my people here. But thank God I'm back. I'm fine now. So I just opened my chart and I could remember then that we had an analysis on gold that I analyzed here live. Okay, live. And those that watched it, I know some people actually entered the trade when it was right for us to enter the trade. And one thing that made me to be very, very happy was when I saw that we are taking full profit. Like I think before I left, I think in fact, I don't know. I can't remember if we hit our first take profit then, which was this first green bar here. I don't know if we've taken our first take profit, but the second green bar here, the $4,500 per ounce on gold was our full take profit, and I said it here on our YouTube channel. So when I was opening my chart for the first time, and I saw that we've eating we took our full take profit. I was so glad. Why is because even while I'm away, okay, even while those sad things were happening, I mean my people were still happy. They were making money. I mean, what else could make someone happier than that? Like I'm so satisfied and good. I'm so satisfied. I mean, we all good. Even while I was away, we all made money, right? We all made money. We took our food. I just checked my MT5 and I saw that the trade has closed already in full take profits. You see, even while you are not there, you are making money. How like in what way do you still want the freedom to come? If not this way, I mean, if not this way, and what else do you think the freedom can still come? All right, so that is by the way. But today, I have something very special for you guys. Something very, very special, something we hardly do, something we hardly do. And what we are going to be doing today is that what we are going to be analyzing a chart right from scratch. Excuse me. We are going to be analyzing a chart right from the scratch. I mean, right from the very beginning, a raw chart, a clean chart, clear chart. Okay, a clear chart. This year, we have to become better, bigger, and stronger. We all have to go to be better. Okay, we all have to be better, provided that you yourself you are ready, right? So I've thought about it and I was like, okay, which one can we actually do from the scratch? And I felt like, in my own opinion, the best pair I think we should analyze is no other pair than the dollar index itself. If you'd ask me why did I choose dollar index, I mean the dollar index is basically the direction of the whole market, most especially the forex market, or especially if you are trading any pair that has to do with the dollar, Euro USD, JPUSD, USD CAD, USD JPY, anything that has to do with USD, either being the base currency or the quote currency. That like those are the best pairs. Pair that has the USD in it are the best pairs. Pairs like GBP, JPY, I'm not saying they are not good. Don't quote me wrong. I'm not saying pairs that do not have the USD in it are not good. They are also good. You can never compare them with the ones that has what was it called? The USD in it. That's just how it is. So I just felt like let me just analyze. If I should analyze the DXY, just like I've analyzed let me say like 70% of the whole market pairs, forex market pairs particularly. Okay, so just like I've analyzed 70% of the whole market pairs, if I should analyze it, because come to think about it, once you know the direction of the DXY, if you know the direction of the DXY, nothing is stopping you. I mean, you are good to go. Once you know that the DXY is ready to go is ready to push the upside like for a very long time, go to your Euro USD and start looking for a sell setup. Because Euro USD, if USD is going up, which is at the back, which is our quote currency, if the USD is going up based on your decision from what you've gotten from the DXY itself, and you've seen that okay, the DXY is ready to go up. If DXY is going up, EUR what will be coming down. That is how it works. And if you analyze DXY and you see that okay, it is about to drop to the downside, go to any pair like USD again. All you need to be looking for is what is a buy setup. As simple as that. If one is going up, the other one is coming down. If one is coming down, the other one is what is going up. That is how it is basically. That is how it is. So that is the reason why I've chosen to analyze the DXY right from scratch. A very clean, clear, and raw chart. So without wasting much of our time now, I'll take you guys into my DXY. We are together, like together, we are going to analyze it right from the scratch. And this is what we are going to be using to trade for the whole of this year. For the whole of this year, let's see what we can make. I believe if you follow us closely, at least ever since we started our YouTube channel, we've been making some money. We've been making some money. It is very, very obvious. Very, very obvious because as we are entering the streets, I was holding you guys hands through the journey. Remember, I said one time that we are swing trader, and any trade we take is like a journey. Okay, it is like a journey. So while we are on the journey, I hold you guys and we walk through it together. So that is how I do my things. That is how I've chosen to do my thing. Actually, me. Okay. So now I'll take you guys into my DXY. And once again, I'm so happy to see you guys this year. I pray it is going to be a blessed and prosperous year for us. So, see you guys in my DXY. Alright guys, so this is DXY. Welcome to our DXY chart. So like I said previously, we are going to be analyzing DXY from the scratch. Like you can see, this is a plain chart. Nothing is there, nothing is there. So together, let's let's analyze this together. Okay, from the beginning, let's analyze together. How do I analyze? So first and foremost, um, I use top-down analysis to analyze the market, just like we have some of our mentors today that uses top-down analysis as well to analyze the market. So it is the same strategy that I use to analyze the market. So how do I do mine? How do I go about it? Okay. So first and foremost, I go to the pair I want to analyze. Obviously, the XY. We are using this TVC broker. This is the broker I love using. For DXY, I love using TVC, which is the very first one. Right. So let's go back. So the first thing first is what I come onto the monthly time frame. You see, this is monthly time frame. We are the monthly time frame. So what do I look for? What do I try to do from the monthly time frame? I just try to like check how has the market been moving historically. How has it been moving? Is it uptrend? Is it downtrend? Or is it just consolidating? And currently, what is happening? Okay. So two things here. How has it been moving in the past? And currently, what direction are we pointing towards? Okay. So if we are going to check from the past record from this very top here, this is 1985. Yeah, we can obviously see that okay, we are in a bearish trend. I just bring my trainer. Let me just see if I can actually connect anything. I'm just trying to see if I can actually gather any data. Okay, but unfortunately, we've broken out of this bearish trend line that is guiding this tree to the downside. Broken out of the trend line since 2014, ever since 1985 to 2014. That is very, very huge. Okay, so we've broken out of the trend line, and ever since then, we'll be trading above the trend line. Okay, we have been trading above the trend line. So let's check again. I'm just trying to gather some data. Okay, so as you know where else to where else to phase our what's it called our analysis. And if you check here like this now, it seems like I can see something. Okay, from the counter trend line like this now, inner trend line, I mean, we've broken out of the trend line to the upside. But if we just go ahead and construct another trend line, this which is the outer one, I can see something very, very nice. Right? I can see that we are having something that is looking like what is it called? Like a third touch of the trend line. And if you have been conversant with your chart, you will know that in a trend line, the third touch does the magic. Okay, the third touch does the trick. Anything can happen when it is the third touch of the trend line. I can say something from the outer from the outer trend line. We have something like a third touch. Let me just zoom in. We have something that is looking like a third touch, bro. Just like this. Could this be what has been preventing this DXY from blowing to the upside? We can't really say yet. And also, why did we have this break out of this trend line in the first place? Why don't we have something like this? After we have this massive trade to the downside, something like this should just happen. Then we continue but blowing to the downside. Why? Why did that not happen? Why did you just what blow out of the trend line? If you check very well, you see something looking like what is it called? Like a double bottom somewhere around here. Somewhere around the support zone. We have a double bottom somewhere around here. So this might have been the reason why we might never see. At least we can see that we have a double bottom here. So that's that about that. That's the way we are going to do. Just like I said earlier, I'm just trying to like gather some data so as to know what to see or what to decide. So currently we are having this. So this could be the reason why DXY has been failing to what to continue to upside. Because I mean we have high here, we have low, we have higher high. We're supposed to have higher low somewhere around here and continue. But we have something like this, which I think could be a Fibonacci retracement. We just check from the recent low to the recent high. What did we have? Very, very good. You see what I said, right? We it was just a mere pullback into the FIP support. And what did we start seeing? We saw it push it upside. Then we saw another retracement again. You see, I wish I was in this market by then. This is 2021. I mean, I wish, but it's fine. So we saw another retracement back into the FIP support. Then, it's, in fact, seeing this confirmation alone, it is nothing should be like you shouldn't think about anything again. You should know that this is the best time for you to what for you to buy the extra because I mean we have a monthly retracement. That is number one biggest and highest confidence. We have a monthly retracement, we have a flip support plus a double bottom. You can't tell me you're not seeing this double bottom. Let me zoom in here so you see it. Look at the double bottom here now. You can't tell me you are not seeing that double bottom. No way. Look at it here. Let me zoom in again. Okay, you see, you can't tell me you are not seeing this double bottom here. It is not possible. You should tell me that. Look at it here. So, I mean, top bottom or monthly time frame, what else are you waiting for? Nothing. Okay, nothing more you're waiting for. All you have to do is to buy. And look at what happened. We have a massive rally to the upside. We had a massive rally to the upside. So, but that is now in the past. All we are still trying to do is to gather some information to know what we are going to decide on the XY. So we've seen that it has broken out of the inner trend line. After one, we have a third touch. After one, we have a third touch. Right down one down. Hold down one a what? That is our number one details. After one, we have what? We have a third touch. Alright. So that's about that. Let's continue. Let's continue. Alright, so let me just take this back. So firstly, on monthly time frame, we look for the what for the overall direction of the market. You can see that from history, we've been trending to the downside, but now we've now changed to upside ever since 2011. DXY has been giving us higher highs and higher lows. You can see this double bottom here, high, low, high, pull back. This one is consolidation. Then it came back here to what to settle down for like to show us that yes, it is ready to let me zoom in so you see what I'm talking about. Okay, let me just stop it this way. Okay, so this is the bottom here. We look at the trend line, high, low. We're supposed to have high here. This is some form of consolidation. And it gave us this one, telling us that yes, it's now ready to give us higher high, of which it did. We now have new higher high, higher low. Okay, higher low. We're supposed to have higher high, but this trend line here is what is preventing it from, from giving us higher high. So meaning that what we should be expecting higher high pretty soon. We're supposed to have something like this. But I mean this trend line prevented us because we now have a third touch. And immediately with third touch, what did you see? Boom. Massive rally to the downside. However, that does not mean we should start panicking. Okay? That does not mean we should start panicking. So let's continue what we are doing. Let's continue what we are doing. So now we are done with these trend lines. We are done. You've seen you are useless already. This one we cannot remove it because it is signaling a very, very strong message to us. Okay. First touch, second touch, third touch. You don't want to joke with it. Since 1985, right? 1984. You don't want to joke with it. So just leave that trend line there like that. Leave that trend line there like that. But however, we are in a what? You are in a bullish momentum on DXY. Okay, based on what we are seeing right from this bottom here, we are in a what? We are in a bullish momentum on DXY. So we should be looking for opportunity to buy. This trend line is just there telling us something very, very strong, something we should not actually joke with. That is why I say we are not going to remove that trend line. Just keep it there, leave it there, let it stay there. All right, so let's continue. Let's continue. So we're in an uptrend. So what do we do next after we've confirmed that we're in an uptrend and we've gained some historical some past data? Okay, we've gained some history about this DXY, why it is this, why it is that, you know. So now the next, and we see that currently we are in a bullish trend. So we are looking for opportunity to buy DXY, right? Opportunities to buy DXY. So let's continue. After that, what next we do still on the monthly time frame is what I used to plot my zones. Yes, these are the next and very, very important thing. You want to plot your zones, and when I say zones, I mean your support and resistance. So actually I should plot two type of zones, the major and the minor. So the major zones are plotted on the major time frames. Major zones are the bigger ones. Okay, so these are where the higher institutions and the banks place their tricks, manipulations, and whatever, right? So that is how it is. So we are going to plot our major zones here. So how do we do that? Just look for anywhere or any point we have what is it called? We have multiple touches or multiple rejections where the market came, retest, come back, retest there, still unable to break up or down, then come back, go and test there again, come back. That is obviously a support or a resistance for us. Alright, so I want you to also note one thing, that I'm not the type of trader that when you see my chart you see z. No, my chart is as clean as whatever you can imagine, and that is how you trade profitably. It is not by having the diagram of a dragon on your chart before you can be profitable trader. That is totally rubbish. You see some charts you look up, down, left side, right. You be like, what was you won't even see charts. I mean, you won't even see your chart, but my chart is as clean as whatever you can imagine. So now let's start plotting our zones. Still on the monthly time frame. Don't forget, let's start plotting our zones. So where do we start from? Where are we starting from? Okay, I think we can have a resistance here, if I'm not wrong. If I am not sure. Yes, I think we can have our resistance here. So how do you plot your zones? Okay, make sure your zones are on the body of your candle, not on the wick, not on the shadow. So don't plot it on the what, on the wick. Make sure it's on the body. So how do you know it's on the body? After plotting it like this, for me to be sure it is actually at the right place, I need to zoom in. I need to see the candles very clearly. So I will know if it is plotted. Let me take it from the left hand side. And if it is actually touching where it's supposed to be touching. Right. So we have first touch, second touch, we have another one here, we have another one here, we have another one there, we have this touch, we have this touch, You have these ones here. These ones are not actually on the body very well. Not this body that I mean. Something like this. This is what I mean. Right? This is what I mean. But I mean, if you check from the past, it has been nice. So you cannot say just because of this one, you will then remove all, you will then spoil all these ones I've been seeing. No, no. Remember that the more touch your zone has, the more stronger it becomes. Okay, the more stronger it becomes. So now let me see if I need to like adjust it maybe to the upside or to the downside a bit. Okay, this is our first touch obviously. If I'm to do it very well, this thing is supposed to be somewhere like this for this touch. This is what shows that here it is on the body of the candle. So this is nice. This is nicely touched. This is also nicely touched. This one also, you can still leave it like this. It depends. This one is on the wick actually. You can see it's on the wick actually. So I don't know if I'm going to adjust it, but it depends on how it is touching the rest of the, what's it called? That was what is going to determine it. I think it is going to be nice if I just leave it the first, the way it was in the first place. You can see it is no longer touching all these ones. No. But it is not touching these ones very well. Okay, if I'm good, let me see. We have one, two, three. This is also kind of touching it. One, two, three. We have four, five. We have six, seven. Okay, seven. We have eight, and we have nine. Okay, it's fine like this. It's fine like it. This, okay, let me put it the way it was in the first time. I think it was like this. So, okay. Alright, so let's see. How does it look now? You can see it is no longer in of this one properly, but we see touching this one perfectly, touching this one perfectly. Also, we see that it is now touching this one also perfectly. So what else again? And this is also perfect. But this last touch, this is also perfect, which is this one. I know it will no longer be here. I know, I know about that. Okay, so we can actually leave it either way. We can leave it either way. So I think this is going to be nice. Let's do this because the trade might just get to somewhere around here and just start misbehaving. Hold on. Okay, so let's see how this touch. You can see this is on the body. This is weak, but it's still fine. Touching this perfectly. All of this are perfect. Okay, how many touches we have now? We have, okay, this is even touching. We have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. I think this is where how we are going to leave it because remember I said the more touch your zone has, the more stronger it becomes. So we have eight already. We have eight already. So let's see how this one's. We have eight already. So we have 9, 10, 11, 12, 12, and then 13. 13, right? Okay, I think this is fine like this. It's actually fine like this. It's fine like this. Alright. So we can leave it like this. But however, that doesn't mean that we are going to overlook this one at the top here. So in that way, we are going to do is that we are going to use this particular tool, this horizontal line, to actually plot this one so that we know that yes, we also have a zone here, meaning that anything can happen. Actually, this is supposed to be in black. I want it to be in black. So this black bar is also what is zone for us to watch out for. And if you check out the value, you see that it is actually valid because look at it here. We have touches in the past. We have one. We have two. Um, we have three here. We have four here, which is lining perfectly on the body of the candle. We have another one here. We have another one here. Right. We have this here. We have this here. We have this here. In fact, I think this should be our major zone as well. Let like we shouldn't put it out. We shouldn't use this black bar to plot it because it is also lining up very very perfect, like very very perfect. So let us use our zone to mark it out. Yes, this is our zone to mark it out. I will have to extend it to the left hand side actually. Okay, So you can see it's all lined up perfectly. It's all lining up perfectly. So now I think this is all right. Okay, still extended to the back. So you check it, if you take a look at it historically, you see that all these zones are what they are very valid. Like I mean, they are seriously valid. Now we've plotted it. Now let's see if we need to like make some adjustments. This is touching perfectly. This is okay. Let me just take it up a bit. Okay. So it's okay like this. We have one, two, we have three to touch, we have four, we have five touches now, and we have six, seven. Okay, six. I think it should come down a bit so it can accommodate more of those touches. If it is too big like this, if your zones are too big like this on the monthly time frame, then we scale down to the smaller time frame like the daily and 4 hour. It's going to be something. It will look something like this, which is very bad. Okay, so you want to make your zone to be very fit right from the monthly time frame. It should not be too big and it should not be too small because it is a zone and not a line. Right? It is a zone, not a line. So if you can leave it like this, I just have to like drag it down a little bit so you can have more touches because this is very obvious. You have to touch this, and still have to what? Still have to accommodate the rest. Touch this, touch. You can see body of the candle. This is our fourth touch now. You see, it's also this is not the body. It is not on the body, but it is nice like this because we have so many bodies. So we can't say because of this one, we then drag it down to somewhere here. So now you now touch the body of this one and the rest. What about them? Everything's going to scatter. No, so you have to leave it like this. So this is our fifth touch also. So sixth also body, seven, not the body, but it's touching eight, nine. So but this is our second zone that is very nice. Now this first one is too big actually. From experience, I can tell you when you go to the smaller time frame, you see that it's too big. You have to adjust it a bit. Okay. So I think we are kind of good to go now. So now we've plotted two major zones so far. We've plotted two major zones so far. So which one again? We have to zoom in to see. So you have to zoom out to see. We only zoom in to for adjustment and to see if it is perfectly plotted. So where again can we see multiple touches? I just want to add one or two more zones and that's fine. Just one or two more zones. That's fine. Just one or two more. Let me check here. Are we having any touch here? Let me see. Can't really see what about here. Okay, let me try this first. Since I'm coming. Since this is our current price somewhere here, right? I'll just so since this is our current price, we have the first zone to guide it, second zone to guide it, which is to the upside. To the downside, let's also have one just in case anything happens and this one wants to like drop to the downside. Let us have one more zone to the downside so that we use it to determine our next decision. Okay. So now let's just have one more to the downside. This is our current price. We have one close to it. We have one to upside. Let's have one to the downside, and we are going to be very fine. We can obviously we have more zones left to plot, but no, I don't want the chart to be too stuffy. So let's just leave it a little bit. I'm just trying to see if we actually have a zone here and if it is perfectly plotted already. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay, let's see how many touch does this one actually has. Perfect. Okay, okay, it's touching this as well. Perfect. Wow. Okay, we have stacks of trade. Perfect. Trade, touch, touch. Touch. Perfect, perfect. Wow. I think this is nice. Wow. This is also very, very nice. So I think I was considering these touches that are here. So let me use this one to see if it is actually valid. If it is actually valid, we have one, two, three. This ones are not touching. This one, no. This two here. This is the touch here. Even though it is not actually touching this one. Let me zoom out. So you see. uh So these two touch here. This is their own zone. Even though it is not, this one is not actually touching very well, but at least maybe yeah. Okay. Let me try to adjust this one down a little bit. Okay. Yeah. It is now touching this, touching this. The other touches are still perfectly fine as well. Yeah. So this black line, should we discard it? Let's see, right from the left hand side, which is the history part. Should we discard it? Because we have one touch, we have this one as well, we have this as well. This is also touching, this is also touch, this is also touching. Hmm. Okay, these two, we already said this is our own touch. Okay, this one is kind of closer to the black bar. This is touching. You know what? We are going to leave this black bar. If you watch my past video, I told you what to use this black bar for. Anytime you see a zone and you are not really sure if this could be a zone or not, but it has some touches as well, but not as obvious as the major ones. You can use the black bar to identify it because when trade eventually gets to that place, it is definitely going to react to it. So let's say for instance anything happens and this thing starts blowing to the downside, you can't tell me that. Though I will obviously acknowledge this one because it's our major zone. And this black bar, I'm not going to disregard it because I know why I put the black bar there. So I'm going to respect it as well for making decisions. So we are going to leave the black bar there. And I think we are okay with the zones. We have our support, we have resistance. So that's fine. So before we move down to the next time frame, what else can we actually see from the monthly time frame? I think I can see a trend line from this bottom here. I don't know. Let me just try to construct it to see if it works. Wow. Now see something interesting. Wow, 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 wow. This is very, very interesting. And why do I say so is because okay, first thing first, I know this video is getting longer, but I don't like I want to make this video as quality as it can. I don't mind, I don't mind, but I just want to make it as quality as I can or as it can. Anyone, I don't know. But I just want to try my best, okay? Now, the reason why I say this is interesting is because we are now having third touch of the trend line to the both up trend upside and the downside. To the downside, we now have first touch, second touch, third touch. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. And to the upside, I've shown you we have first touch at one very top there, second touch, and third touch. To the downside, to the upside, first touch, second touch. Now what's happening? Which one do we like? Who do we believe? Who do we listen to? But this is very, very interesting. Well, now we are going to listen to this trend line. And why do I say so? It's because that we see that currently the our DXY chart it is in an uptrend. So we are going to listen to this trend line guiding it in upside. So meaning that what's preventing this trade from blowing to the downside is this trend line. Anything that makes it to uh, disobey this trend line, we are definitely blowing to the downside unless miracle happen anywhere below this trend line. But provided that we are trading above this trend line, forget it. We are moving to the upside. Same thing as when this trend eventually clears this zone, this trend line as well, we have to be very, very careful with it because it could also do anything anything. Like in fact, this one is even stronger than this one. Because this one is ancient of days since 1984 or whatever. This one just started when 2014. You see, and that was when this trend even happened. This change of trend happened, say 2014. So we need to be very, very careful. So now you can see some strict decisions we are making still on the monthly time frame. This is how you analyze. I mean, nobody's no like you're not in a competition with anybody. Try to get your stuff right so you don't lose money. Okay, so you don't lose money. So now we are actually okay, and I'm still supporting DXY to the upside. Okay, to the upside. So now that we are, I remember I said that the third touch of a trend line does the magic. We have one, two, three. Meaning that from here now we are expecting what? We should be expecting something like this actually. Hopefully nothing disturb this. Hopefully nothing disturb this. Okay. Hopefully nothing disturb this. So yeah. So let me remove this arrow so it does not distract you guys. So what else? We are done with the Monday time frame. Finally, we are done with the month. We spent over 13, 14 minutes analyzing on the monthly time frame alone. It is well. Anything for you guys. Now, next line of action is what we scale down to the weekly time frame. So first thing first, what do we do on the weekly time frame? We also try to gather some data on the weekly time frame by what? By checking out for chart patterns. This is where we start looking at for our double top, double bottom. That does not mean it cannot show on monthly time. Of course, I showed you one double bottom on monthly time frame. But if you see any chart pattern on monthly time frame, it is more stronger. Like it is the best. However, we come to check for chart patterns on the weekly time frame. Okay, on the weekly time frame. That's where we check for chart patterns, and that's what we are currently doing now. So historically, on weekly time frame, you can see that after we excuse me. Alright, so from the weekly time frame, we have something to say actually. We see that after this massive value to the upside, which was coming from the monthly time frame I showed you guys, after the rally, we came down here and we had a consolidation. You see, this is a sideways movement, and for the very first time we broke out of this. Would have been happy that okay, oh, thank God finally we broke out of the range. We are expecting a break and a retest. We're supposed to see shot to the upside, but this trend line actually stopped us. You can see that all our informations are now correlating. They are now what? They are now correlating. All right. So this consolidation and this trend line is what actually stopped us from going to the upside. And now, that being said, what other thing, if you know how to analyze charts, what other thing can you see? Like, let me use this thing. Where is that thing safe? Come here. What can you see here? Ah, this is too big now. What is small? uh Okay, what can you see inside of this cycle? What can you see? We can see a chart pattern. You can see what I'm telling you guys, right? This is the chart pattern. And what chart pattern is this? We have a head and shoulder chart pattern. This is the left shoulder, this is the right shoulder, and this is the other left shoulder. This is the head, this is the left shoulder, and this is the right shoulder. Here we have a what? We have an head and shoulder pattern. And if you know how to use your patterns very well, you would know that head and shoulder pattern belongs to the sellers. Wherever and whenever you see head and shoulder pattern, know that it is time for the market to jump to the downside. And what happens? It eventually, ever since then, in fact, we've not recovered from that dump. That was since beginning of last year, January exactly. January exactly. Ever since then, you be seeing jumps to the downside. You can see why I say that we come on the weekly time frame to look for chart patterns, and that's exactly what we are doing, and to see if we can gather some other information about the market, which is what we are doing right now. Past consolidation, fake breakout, this trend line stop from playing to the upside. And why did we have this massive drop? This what head and shoulder chart pattern. We're seeing what we're seeing it then. And don't forget that we have a zone here. We have a support there. Of course, for every zone, you have to wait for the break and retest. So we had the break and we had the retest, and now we are seeing continuation to the downside. We are not done yet. All right. So currently and lastly, we already saw a chart pattern, and I think I talked about this already On our past analysis on this our YouTube channel, I talk about this chart pattern. If you take a look at it here, we have something like a double bottom here. This is the first leg, and this is the second leg. Let me highlight it for you guys so you can see it very well. That's the first leg there, and this is the second leg here. We have what we have a double bottom, and double bottom actually belongs to the buyers. Okay, belongs to the buyers, right? Double bottom belongs to the buyers. And ever since then, what have we seen? We've seen a push to the upside, but this one is preventing it. Okay, this one is preventing it. So we are having a down, and we are okay. We see high, low. So we are expecting a higher high above this zone. And above this zone, we are going to take profit. After that, for me to know the next direction of DXY, we are going to wait for a what? We are going to wait for a break and a test before we know if we are going to move to the upside, or if it gets to this place again, maybe it's going to close to the downside, or it's going to change direction or whatever. We can't say yet, right? We can't really say yet. We can't really say yet. We can't really say, can't really say. So that's that about that. On the weekly time frame, that is that about that. Nothing much to say actually, nothing much. Now let's go to the daily time frame, which is the next thing. So now we are more concerned about shit. Now we are more concerned about our current what is it called? About our current data. Okay, current data. Alright, so now we are on the daily time frame, right? We are on the daily time frame. So and we know what has been going on in the past. We had this double bottom here, we had this next major zone here, and what happened after this double bottom? You see, obviously this is the neckline. You see now, of course, whenever we see a chart pattern, we should wait for the break and retest of the neckline. So in this case, let me go back to the weekly first. So in this case now, the break and retest of the neckline of this double top is also the same thing as the break and retest of this major resistance we have in here, double confluence. Alright, double confluence. So after we've seen this double bottom, of course, all you're supposed to wait for is the break. This is the neckline, right? Break and retest forward for moving to the upside, right? So now the break and retest is going to serve as two purposes here. One is going to serve as the break and retest of the neckline, and second is going to serve as the break and retest of this major zone that we are having here. Alright, so now what is going what's going on? As you can see, now we are back to the daily time frame. So as you can see that after we've had this double bottom on the trend line, when the trade got to this major zone, it reacted to it. We had a double top, which is obviously on daily time frame. You cannot see it on weekly time frame. Double top is really obvious on what on daily time frame, and this is happening because what we have is zone there. So at times a trade might not just blow past the zone. It has to react to it, alright? This is what is happening. But why was it this deep? Why was it this deep? And does this mean that okay, this double top that we're having here, does it mean that we are now what? Because double top belongs to sellers, right? Does it mean that okay, the DXY will now start falling to the downside? No. And I've addressed this in our past analysis, okay? In our past chart time episode, you can just check somewhere around the screen. You're going to see the link. Just click it. It will take you to our past analysis, alright? So does it mean that this double top here has now changed the overall bias of this tier? Alright, so okay, as it stands now, we've seen okay, so now does this double top doesn't mean that it has invalidated our overall bias on this DXY for now. No, because I mean, I said it then that this double top only showed on daily time frame, and we saw this double top on weekly time frame. And like I used to say that if chart pattern showed on higher time frames, it is more reliable when it showed on smaller time frames. So I see support this double top more than this double top here. So what actually happened? Why did we have this much pullback? If we just take ourselves back to the weekly time frame, we are going to see that this is just a retracement, it's a pullback simply because of the market is scared or is expecting this zone we are having here, right? So we take a Fibonacci to the upside, of course, to the upside from the recent low to the recent high. You see that the trade obviously what it retraced back into our fifth support. So we had a what we had a weekly time frame pullback, which is a very nice thing, which is kind of what I love. In fact, I analyze this for my people then, and we entered the trade. Like we entered the trade. And when did we enter? We entered when we had a break above yeah. We entered when we had a break above this counter trend line. Obviously it is late now. Okay. Obviously it is late already. So at least what I'm going to tell you that next on DXY for now we are still overall bullish. On DXY, we are still bullish. So now that you know that on DXY we are bullish, what should you do? Go to any pair that has to do with DXY, which is USD. USD, look for a bearish setup. USD card, look for a bullish setup. GPUSD, look for a bearish setup. In fact, on GPUSD we had a trade on GPUSD which we will be entering tonight. As the market opens, anyways, they're going to be entering a sell on GPUSD. So this is it on DXY. It is late for you to enter already because you can see it has moved already. We are looking forward to what to this place. So the next thing we are expecting the DXY to do to really clear the way for us is boom, tom, then zoom to the upside. And once you see this, what are you going to do? Target the next zone, which is here. Because market move from zone to zone. So not until the DXY tells us what it wants to do around the zone, we cannot really act. So we are expecting market to come here unless if you see this thing I've drawn, then of course you should be expecting what they push to the upside. And anything can happen, we can get here and form a head and shoulder again, just like it happened in the past. And yeah, if you check on weekly time frame, you see it very well. Can get there and form this head and shoulder again on weekly time frame. Even okay on weekly time frame, then you should know that okay, this wants to drop to the downside. However, till then we are going to see and on 4 hour, and you might be wondering what about the rest of the time frames, what we are using for on 4 hour. The only time I go on 4 hour time frame is what is when I want to actually enter a trade. Let's take this DXY for instance. When the trade eventually closed above here, this bullish coffee candle is what actually confirmed my bias to enter. So I entered as at the closing of this bullish coffee candle. Let me zoom in so you see. Okay. So I entered as at the closing of this bullish coffee candle as closing above the counter trend line. I entered stop loss came below the recent low and entered when the this thing closed. Stop loss came below this is the recent low, so give it a what a small breathing space below the recent low and take profit goes to where take profit goes to you see what I was explaining to you guys on monthly time frame, right? See how wide this thing is. This is too much. This is too much. Anyways, I actually zoomed the challenge, just take it to normal. Okay, like this is still kind of normal, but even at that this is too wide. Okay, this is too wide, so you don't let yours to be like norms. I will still adjust it to be a little bit smaller, but your zone should not be as big as this. You are going to get confused. Okay, you are going to get confused, so you should just let it be smaller a bit. So our footage profit goes to where? Goes to inside of the zone. We are having around one ratio 6 weeks to the word 1 is 660 and you can see we are already in profit. I think we've moved about over 50% of the trade. Okay, let's see the trade we get here before we know our. Okay, I think I think we do actually here. Okay, 10.400. That is a round up number. That would be nice actually. 100.400. Okay, so that is still within the what is it called within the zone. So that's nice. Still 106 weeks to the world. Meaning if you are risking $50, you're risking $50 to make around $300. So that's how to treat like a professional. And now we've analyzed DXY. You know what's gonna happen next. You see how we use multiple time frames to analyze it, and I use top down analysis. Alright, top down analysis. This is very nice. This is very nice. So I'll catch you guys in my subsequent videos. I'll see you guys later. But please do me and yourself a very big favor by subscribing to the channel, click the like button, turn on the notification bell, because whenever we drop anything, make sure you be the first person to get notified. So see you guys later. Take care. Bye and stay safe.